Hello, I'm Ron Swanson. Some folks say I'm a simple man. I like things that are well-built, long-lasting, and made of wood. And there's a certain beauty in taking something old, something forgotten, and giving it a new purpose. That's what we're gonna do today with these 5 woodworking projects. We'll be taking old wood, the kind some folks might call trash, and turning it into something useful and beautiful. We'll be making a rustic wall shelf, an upcycled coffee table, a vintage picture frame, a statement wooden sign, and a repurposed wooden box. So grab your tools, fire up your saw, and let's get to work. Now, a good wall shelf is both handsome and practical. It serves as a perfect blend of form and function, adding a touch of rustic charm to any room while providing a useful space for storage or display. First, you're going to want to find yourself some sturdy planks of reclaimed wood. These pieces carry a history and character that new wood simply can't match. You can often find these at salvage yards, demolition sites, or even your own backyard. Each piece tells a story, and part of the fun is discovering where your wood has come from. Once you've got your wood, give it a good inspection. Look for any signs of damage or rot that could compromise the integrity of your shelf. Look for any nails or staples that need removing. These can be a hazard and can also interfere with your tools. You want a clean, solid piece of wood to work with. This will ensure that your shelf is both sturdy and safe. A little character is fine, even desirable, but you don't want any surprises later on. Knots and grain patterns can add to the rustic appeal. Now measure and cut your planks to the desired length for your shelf. Precision is key here to ensure a perfect fit. Remember, measure twice, cut once. That's a good rule for life too. It saves time and materials in the long run. Next, you'll need to sand down any rough edges and smooth out the surfaces. This step is crucial for a professional finish. You can use a power sander for this, or if you're feeling ambitious, you can do it the old-fashioned way with a sanding block and some elbow grease. The goal is to create a smooth, even surface. Once your wood is smooth and ready, it's time to add some character. This is where your creativity can really shine. A rustic finish is a good choice for a project like this. It enhances the natural beauty of the wood and gives it a timeless appeal. It's simple, honest, and it lets the natural beauty of the wood shine through. The grain and texture become the stars of the show. You can achieve a rustic finish by using a wire brush to create a weathered look. This technique adds depth and character to the wood. Go with the grain of the wood and don't be afraid to put some muscle into it. The more effort you put in, the more authentic the finish will look. If you want to add some color, you can use a stain or a paint wash. This can enhance the wood's natural tones or add a pop of color. Just remember to apply it evenly and let it dry completely. Patience is key to achieving a flawless finish. Once your finish is dry, it's time to assemble your shelf. This is where all your hard work comes together. You can use brackets, screws, or even just some strong adhesive. Make sure everything is secure and level. And there you have it. A sturdy, handsome wall shelf built to last with your own 2 hands. It's a piece that not only serves a purpose but also tells a story. Now, a coffee table should be sturdy enough to hold its own in a living room, but it should also have a certain elegance. We'll start with a weathered piece of wood. This could be an old door, a tabletop, or even just a large plank. The first step is to assess the condition of the wood. If it's been exposed to the elements, you'll need to clean it thoroughly and remove any rotted or damaged sections. Once the wood is clean and dry, you can start repairing any damage. Use wood filler to fill in cracks or holes and sand everything smooth. Now it's time to refinish the wood. You can choose to stain it, paint it, or simply seal it with a clear coat. I prefer a natural finish that lets the wood's history shine through. To add some visual interest and functionality, consider adding metal accents to your coffee table. You can use metal brackets for support, or create decorative elements with metal strips or plates. Another option for a unique touch is to incorporate glass inserts into the tabletop. This could be a simple square of glass in the center, or you could get creative with different shapes and patterns. Attaching legs to your coffee table is a simple process. You can use pre-made legs from a hardware store, or salvage some from an old piece of furniture. Just make sure they're sturdy enough to support the weight of the tabletop, and there you have it. A one-of-a-kind coffee table crafted from reclaimed wood and imbued with your own personal touch. Now, a picture frame should be more than just 4 pieces of wood nailed together. It should be a reflection of the memories it holds, a piece of art that complements the photograph it surrounds. It should be a work of art in itself, something worthy of the memories it holds. A well-crafted frame can elevate a simple photo into a cherished keepsake. Start by selecting a piece of salvaged wood that speaks to you. The character and history embedded in reclaimed wood can add a unique charm to your frame. It could be a piece of molding from an old house, rich with stories of its own, a section of a weathered fence post, bearing the marks of time and the elements, or even a piece of driftwood, smoothed and shaped by the sea. Measure the dimensions of the picture you want to frame, ensuring you have enough wood to create a sturdy and balanced frame. Carefully cut the wood to size, taking your time to make precise cuts. This will ensure that the frame pieces fit together seamlessly. Remember to account for the width of the picture and the matting if you're using any. Matting can add an extra layer of sophistication to your framed photo. To create a snug fit for your picture, use a router to cut a rabbet on the back of the frame. This groove will hold the picture securely in place. This will create a lip for the picture to rest on, ensuring it stays in place without shifting. Now it's time to add some personal touches to your frame. This is where you can let your creativity shine. You can use a variety of techniques to achieve a vintage look, giving your frame a sense of history and character, such as distressing the wood with a chain or a hammer, creating intentional imperfections that add to its charm, or applying a crackle finish paint, which gives the wood an aged, weathered appearance. Consider using different types of wood to create a unique and eye-catching design. Mixing woods can add depth and contrast to your frame. For example, you could use a darker wood for the outer frame, providing a bold border, and a lighter wood for the inner matting, creating a striking contrast that draws the eye to the picture. Texture can also play a big role in enhancing the design of your frame. The feel of the wood can add another layer of sensory experience. Experiment with different sanding techniques to create a variety of smooth and rough surfaces. This can add a tactile element to your frame. To assemble your frame, use wood glue and finishing nails. This combination will ensure a strong and durable frame. Be sure to clamp the pieces together tightly while the glue dries. This will help maintain the frame's shape and integrity. And there you have it. A beautiful vintage picture frame that you've crafted with your own hands. A vintage picture frame, crafted with care and imbued with the warmth of your own two hands. It's a piece that tells a story, both of the photo it holds and the journey of its creation. It's a testament to the beauty of upcycling and the power of personal touch. Each frame is unique, a reflection of your creativity and craftsmanship. Now, a sign is more than just a way to convey information. It's a statement, a reflection of your personality. And what better way to make a statement than with a sign made from salvaged wood? Start by selecting a piece of wood that's the right size and shape for your sign. You can use a single plank or join multiple pieces together for a larger sign. Once you've got your wood, sand it down and smooth out any rough edges. You want a nice clean surface to work with. Now it's time to get creative. Decide what you want your sign to say and choose a font that you like. You can use stencils to transfer your design onto the wood or freehand it if you're feeling confident. When it comes to painting your sign, the possibilities are endless. You can use a single color or get creative with multiple colors and patterns. If you're going for a rustic look, consider using milk paint or chalk paint. These paints have a matte finish that will give your sign a vintage vibe. For a more polished look, use acrylic paint or enamel paint. These paints have a glossy finish that will make your sign really pop. Once your paint is dry, you can seal your sign with a clear coat of polyurethane to protect it from the elements. And there you have it. A one-of-a-kind wooden sign, crafted with your own two hands and imbued with your own personal style. It's a statement piece that's sure to turn heads. Now, some folks might see an old wooden box and think it's reached the end of its line. They might see it as nothing more than a piece of junk, destined for the landfill or to gather dust in a forgotten corner of the attic. But I say, that's just the beginning. That old box has a story to tell, and with a little creativity, it can start a whole new chapter. With a little ingenuity, you can give that box a new lease on life. It can become a centerpiece, a conversation starter, or even a cherished heirloom. Start by giving your box a thorough cleaning. This is the first step in revealing its hidden potential. Remove any dirt, dust, or cobwebs. These can obscure the natural beauty of the wood and make it harder to work with. A little soap and water can work wonders, bringing out the grain and color of the wood. But if you're dealing with stubborn grime, you might need to break out the heavy-duty cleaner. Don't be afraid to put in a little elbow grease. Once your box is clean and dry, it's time to assess its condition. This is where you can start to see the possibilities. Are there any loose nails or screws? These can be easily fixed with a hammer or screwdriver. Any cracks or splits that need attention? These can be mended with a bit of wood glue and some patience. A little wood glue and some clamps can work wonders on minor repairs. It's amazing how a bit of care can restore the integrity of the box. Now comes the fun part, deciding how to decorate and customize your box. This is where your personal touch can really shine. You can keep it simple with a fresh coat of paint or stain, which can enhance the natural beauty of the wood. Or get creative with decoupage, stencils, or even mosaic tiles. These techniques can add a unique flair and make your box truly one of a kind. If you're going for a rustic look, consider lining the inside of the box with burlap or fabric scraps. This adds a cozy, homey feel. This will add a touch of warmth and texture, making the box feel more inviting. For a more polished look, you could line the box with velvet or felt. This gives it a luxurious feel. This is a great option if you plan on storing jewelry or other delicate items inside. The soft lining will protect your valuables. Don't forget about the hardware. The right hinges and handles can add both functionality and style. Replacing old rusty hinges and handles with new ones can make a world of difference. It can take your box from drab to fab. And there you have it, a repurposed wooden box, transformed from something ordinary into something extraordinary. A repurposed wooden box, transformed from something ordinary into something extraordinary. It's a testament to the power of upcycling and the satisfaction of creating something beautiful and functional with your own two hands. It's a testament to the power of upcycling and the satisfaction of creating something beautiful and functional with your own two hands. So next time you see an old wooden box, don't dismiss it. See it for what it could be and let your creativity run wild. Well, there you have it, folks. 5 projects that prove you don't need fancy tools or expensive materials to create something beautiful and functional. Upcycling isn't just about saving money, it's about respecting the materials, reducing waste, and appreciating the value of things made to last. So next time you're about to toss out that old piece of wood, think twice. You might just have the makings of your next masterpiece.